Hey, what's up everybody? Today I want to continue breaking down the War Table livestream. The last video focused on the MODOK introduction trailer, so you can check that out if you're interested, but this video will focus on the story trailer before the Thor gameplay. I know I said the Thor gameplay would be next, but I wanted a cleaner divide between story breakdowns and gameplay breakdowns, and there ended up being more to discuss than I expected from this little story segment, so let's begin. We start inside the courtroom where Bruce Banner is being questioned about the events of A-Day. The senator asks if the Avengers pose a danger to society, in which Bruce answers yes. This will later be called back by Tony Stark, and is presumably a major reason why there is so much hostility between Banner and Stark, since Banner's statement helped to ruin the Avengers' reputation, dismantle them, and make them outcasts in society.
Do the Avengers pose a danger to society? That was the question, Bruce. That was the question.
After this, Bruce hulks out and remains as the Hulk for the next 5 years. We also learn some new details about the aftermath of A-Day. You can see the blue mist engulfing San Francisco. This is the Terrigen mist, which is a result of the Terrigen reactor exploding. When someone is exposed to the Terrigen mist, it can turn them into Inhumans, which is the case for Kamala Khan. But since the whole city was exposed, there were a lot of new Inhumans emerging besides Kamala, and it looks like a lot of the people who were turned into Inhumans used their powers to riot and steal. We don't know if the Avengers helped stop these Inhuman attackers, but we can assume that it was ultimately AIM who stepped up to take control of the situation, although not in a good way. We next get a voiceover of George Tarleton, who later becomes MODOK. George is a founding member of AIM and is advancing his goals of science over superheroes. It also sounds like the origins of MODOK will be a bit different in the game compared to the comics. In an article from Game Informer, it stated that George acquires his powers from the Terrigen explosion as well. Here's the quote. George Tarleton was also caught in the explosion and left injured and disfigured. The after effects of the blasts and exposure to the Terrigen caused Tarleton's brain to grow massive. In the comics, George is tested on by AIM, which results in him becoming MODOK. This testing could still happen as a way of enhancing his powers and transforming him into the iconic version of MODOK we see later in the trailer, but expect some differences from the comics. Next, we can also see how AIM is using their robots to help rebuild the city after A-Day and gain favor in the eyes of the public. George also states that he will find a cure for Inhumans and refers to them as a disease. We also get a shot of AIM replacing the Avengers logo with their own logo, which shows that AIM has claimed Avengers Tower for themselves. We'll also later see that AIM is repurposing a lot of Tony Stark's tech for their own use. Next, we get another shot of Monica Rappaccini gassing an Inhuman. I theorized in the last video that this gas is meant to knock the Inhumans unconscious. This could still be right, but I'm not entirely sure. It could also be a prototype weapon against the Inhumans. I know it's stated that AIM is trying to develop a cure, but as we go through the trailer more, we'll see that the idea of a cure is more of a facade. Instead, Inhumans are being studied and tested against their will. We can also assume that Inhuman powers are being studied and used to augment adaptoids like the ones shown here. After this, we see an Inhuman with fire powers. Discord user Evdog suggests that this could be an Easter egg for the Inhuman Inferno. Next, we see another Inhuman's powers emerging in the ice cream shop, and we see the public's perspective of the A-Day Terrigen explosion. After this, we get some more looks at the post-Avengers world. There is an advertisement for the AIM experience coming soon, with a picture of an adaptoid. We can see this come into play later during the Once an Avenger mission. During the cutscene, the reporter states that this mission is occurring on the day AIM is planning to unveil their adaptoid program as part of the AIM experience.
We're here live at the AIM experience in Manhattan, witnessing the return of the Avengers, but they appear to be attacking the city!
As you would expect, there is still a ton to talk about regarding this scene, the reporter, and the gameplay that follows, but we'll save that for a later video dedicated to that mission. So for now, let's move on to the next scene. Next, we see Kamala walking around and looking at this AIM billboard. This could be part of the chase scene that she has earlier in the game, or this could be some early exploration beforehand. I also want to correct one theory I had in the last video. I thought that there could be evidence for some stealth sections in the game, but after posting that video, developers confirmed on a Reddit Q&A that stealth will not be in the game, although Black Widow can go camouflage and get some stealth hits in. So yeah, it looks like Kamala will be beating up the aimbots in the sewer instead of sneaking around them. But back to the trailer. It is confirmed that MODOK can control machines with his mind, meaning his presence will be around us more than expected. We also see more AIM police bots outside of AIM, and then we're shown a clip of Black Widow infiltrating the Adaptoid manufacturing plant. After this, we get a shot of a massive AIM facility in what looks to be the American Southwest, or the desert map. although I think this has been renamed to the Utah Badlands, judging by the war table. We'll go more in depth on the war table in the next video, by the way. Next we get a clip of Kamala in her room searching through the forum of a site called resistancenow.org, where people are discussing AIM. We can actually read the title and first line of text from some of them. Starting from the top there is, "How do I sign up? I keep hearing about a cure and all that. I want to try it. Are they taking volunteers? Is this a paid trial thing? Thanks for the heads up. AIM is watching me and probably you." I know. Everyone's watching everyone these days, but I read an article the other day that says AIM got special tech that basically ... Calm down, everything is fine. Yep, I'm here to tell all you scaredy cats that AIM's not to do nothing more than make the world a better place. I'm old enough to remember ... The cure is a lie. Guess the password and help us expose the truth. Found a backdoor into one of AIM's something from back when they were a Stark Industries partner. Anyone have intimate knowledge ... Boycott AIM. Don't buy anything from them. You really think proceeds are for some cure? More than likely they're using your cash to put us in prison cells. AIM's tracking apps. Heard a group got snatched after putting together a fake book club using one of those club apps. Don't use an app to meet up, even if... Golden Age of Violence. So stay with me on this one, but for us to really make this happen, we need to spread the word and the resistance to rise up. We need to... blank. This makes me very angry. The internet must know. I know transforming out there was dumb. It's just so crowded when it happens inside. Do you think they'll be back? What do I do? So this all paints a clearer picture of the public's perception of AIM. Some people are becoming skeptical of their true intentions, since rumors are emerging that AIM is kidnapping Inhumans and others who are attempting to rise against them. The post Kamala clicks on also gives more insight into how she is able to hack the server. On the website, a user posted a link to a backdoor into AIM's servers, and he was requesting help with the password. The last couple words we can read ask for someone with intimate knowledge, possibly of Tony Stark. Kamala is a huge fan of the Avengers and knows everything about them, so she was likely able to guess the password and gain access. This also explains why the computer says, "Welcome, Mr. Stark." Kamala then downloads all the files onto her thumb drive and takes it to Bruce Banner, where our mission of assembling the Avengers begins. Last but not least is an incredibly quick glimpse at an Easter egg for Captain Marvel in Kamala's room. I can't even take credit for this one since it was originally found by Reddit user RaptorClaw1234, who noticed there is a poster of Carol Danvers in her classic Miss Marvel Warbird outfit before she became Captain Marvel. This is an exciting Easter egg because this pretty much confirms Warbird as an alternate costume for Captain Marvel in the game. In my opinion, it's looking more and more likely that Captain Marvel will be our first DLC character after the game releases. We'll know if that's the case very soon because there will also be a July war table coming up. As far as this war table stream, I still have a ton of information to go over, including the war table itself, the Thor gameplay, and gear, among other things. So expect a lot more videos to come out explaining those aspects. If you're wanting to stay up to date on news and discuss the game with other fans, including myself, you can join us on Discord, the link is in the description below. But that's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.